This meeting is being recorded.
Class of same student I will take. Then def I will create constructor of self name self dot name equal to name. This is you understood, right? So, but one thing I need to consider. So I'm not taking any self. I'm taking return directly. Okay. So how can I create an object now? Do I need to give anything?
S equal to no.
No, right? You got it right here. So if you
Yes.
have a default values, you can able to get it. Then yeah.
Here how name we should.
What?
No, nothing. I got. You wrote self dot name equal to Srikam, but name was not there. No, that is it.
Where here?
No,
Here?
just before. Now it is. Now I understood. Yes.
Okay, okay. Then I will create one method. Okay. Same as show method. So what is the first parameter it will take?
Self.
Print of. I want to access that. This is what I tried. Let me. Here also I've taken. Where is this? Oh, I removed that one. Okay. Let me try it. S equal to student. It should work. I will take Srikanth. Then yes dot show. Then it should work. Yeah. So what I mean to say is the methods what we are going to create, if it is taking the self is nothing but an instance, right or no?
Yes, instance.
Self will be instance if it is inside the class, and outside of the class will be called as a, because what wherever we are giving, I told multiple times, when we are creating an object, by default object will be taken as an instance, right? Then self will be an instance. So if we are creating a method using the instance, then that method will be called as instance method. Instance method is a method that works on object, or object data, like instance variable, right? How instance variable taking uses the self. How we are if I want to initialize the variables, how can I initialize the variables inside the class? This is right. This is the way.
Yes, using self.
Using the self. So that is nothing but a instance variable. Okay. And the method, if it is taking the method using the self, then it is nothing but a instance method. Okay.
Okay.
So how it will be called? I'm saying something multiple times again and again. How it will be called internally? Dot show of, it will give an object, and this will be considered as an instance. Self, what does it mean by self? Okay, this is the self. Self is nothing but a class, right? And then what is the name of this one? Okay, this is the one. Then it should print here. Okay, because Python passes the current object. Python passes the current object automatically. Okay, self here. Self is nothing but a yes here. Got it? So instance method behavior, basically it is like a object specifying data, right? It is taking a object, right? And each object may have the different result, right? If I am taking a different object, Arya, will it be a same result?
No, it will print that.
It will print different, right? It will print different. Then object is different, then name is different. Object is different, then this method will also be different, right? So that is nothing but a instance variable. This is internal one. How can I call that? Yes, 2 dot s2 dot show,
Oh,
s1 dot show, or yes dot show. Am I able to get it? That is nothing but a instance method. You have any doubt? So for different objects, different methods, for different method and different instance will be there, right? That's the reason. Till here you have any doubt?
no, understood.
Then I will take this class, but we'll go for the class method. It's saying same thing. Class method is a method. That is how we have a different class variable, right? So class method works on class level data. Class level data, like class variable, like a class variables, and uses the what? Uses the self. Uses the self. Did you observe?
Yes.
Did you observe? We have taken the class here. So what is this?
Class
Is this
variable.
yeah, this is not a instance variable. How we will consider if it is a instance variable? What is the
Self
property?
should be.
Cell should be there. So this is not a instance variable, that is fixed, right? Then how it will call? This is nothing but a class variable. Okay. So it is not taking any self. Then the class method is also works with the class level data. What does it mean by class level data? Class variables. Okay. It will
Mm-hmm.
work. Instance method will work with the what? Instance variables. Class method will work with the class level data, class variables, and uses the CLS, not a self. Okay. So if I'm going to create one and school equal to ABC school, right? ABC school. Then I will create. How can I create a class? So let's say if I'm taking uh, show school something, show school. Okay, if I'm taking, concentrate here, I will be asking the question CLS. Okay, print of CLS dot school. Okay, so am I able to access the school using the CLS, and CLS is same as the self here? Is this same or different?
Different.
How come it will different?
This using this we can't create multiple. Like even if we create multiple objects, it will be same.
Okay, it will be same. First of all, am I able to access it? S equal to student. Okay, print of, so sorry, yes dot show school, ABC school. So this is nothing but a, we are able to access, but how it is treating, that is the question I want to I want to know. So this is not a class method. Is this a class method? Is this a instance method or a class method?
Yes. Yes. A class method.
Okay, how?
We are using class variable and we are using CLS.
Okay, okay, great. So we already discussed about this one. So class of student and def of show something. So CLS comma A comma B. Okay, print of A plus B and S equal to student I will take. Okay, so if I want to call this, how many variables I need to call? S dot show. How many variables I need to give?
2 variables.
Two variables. Why?
One is representing the class.
One is
A class variable. Representing the class method.
representing the class method. So how it will be internally doing? Student of dot show of yes, right? This is the way.
Yes.
This is the way, right? So if we are giving a yes, will this be an instance or a class variable?
If we are
So
giving
we are giving an instance s as an object. Then how come it will come considered as a class method? It will not be considered as a class method. We already discussed in the last second class. Whatever we are taking as a first variable, it will be considered as a self only. I said A or B or a Srikant I have taken. What is this? First variable will be considered as a instance only. Do I need to take self only?
Okay. No.
We already discussed or forgot?
Yes. We discussed. I missed that. Yes.
So whatever the variable we are giving here, it will be considered as a instance variable only. Okay, it will be considered as a self only. Self is the fixed name? No, that is not a fixed name. The same way, CLS, if I'm taking a CLS, it will become a class variable? No, it will not become a class variable. Whatever we are taking, it will be considered as a self only. Even though if I explicitly mention this is class variable, then also it will be considered as a class variable only. Right?
Okay.
Got it right?
Yes.
To make you understand, I've taken this much of time. First parameter, whatever we are taking, it will be considered as self only. Okay, remember this. Then we'll come back this year. Then how it will be considered as a self or a class?
Self.
It is considered as a self. Then what is this method mean? What is this method? Instance method only, right?
Instance variable.
Okay.
Instance method only, right? If it is taking a self, as a variable, that will be called as instance variable. If it is taking the self, then it will be called as a instance method. Then
Yes.
something we need to consider, something we need to segregate to the instance method as well as the class method. Something different should be there, right?
Yes.
Then that is the reason we have a decorator called class method. Okay. Then if you are taking the class method, then it will be considered as, okay, this is not a self, this is a class variable. This is nothing but a class variable. Is this a fixed one? No. This is also not fixed. Even though I can take a self, it will be considered as a class only. Okay. This will not be considered as a instance method. If we are taking this decorator, what does it mean by decorator? We'll discuss in the future. But it will, if you are taking like this will be considered as a CLS. I mean class variable. It will be considered as a class variables, not a self. And it will be considered as a class method, not a instance method. Okay. But we will be taking as a CLS. That is a programmatic level what they decided. Okay. Now I can able to consider this as a class variable, and I can able to, and here if it is a class method, we are not going to create any. If we want to call this method, we can call with the help of the object, but that is not a recommended. How we are going to call? You don't need to create any instance. Okay, you don't need to create any instance. How we are going to create? Same student dot show school, right? Student dot show. So we can able to create the same stuff as well, but this is the way we need to call. We are not going to create any object if we want to call this method. Okay, it will work, but internally how it will work, we already discussed, right? But if it is an instance method, let's say I will take s equal to student, I will take. Okay. So if it is an instance method, how it will call? Student dot show school of instance. This is an instance method, right? It will give an instance. Then what is the difference? Then here class method, it will take a student internally, it will take a student same as dot show, but it will not give any instance, because instance is already present here, right? Instance is already present here. That is the thing. It will be accessible. It will by default convert into instance. It represent the class itself. It's not represent the object. Okay.
Okay, understood.
No need of giving anything like instance, and it represent the class itself, not the object. Okay. So we can access, so basically we have an we can able to access the school, right? Previously in the instance method we can access the class variables, and so in the instance method, how we are going to access the variables? Using the self. Here how we are going to access the class variables? Using the CLS. It will deals with the class variables. And if you have a you have something like in a program, you don't want to create an object. Okay. So if you don't want to create an object, which method you will go? I can go for the class method, right? There is no need of creating an object, right? Without creating an object, we can call these methods like this. We can create an object also, there is no problem, but this is the recommended one. Instance method will work for the object behavior, right? For every object it will be changed. But if you are not going to change this value, like the students are all belongs to ABC school, the value will not be going to change. Then if the value is not going to change, what is the need of creating an object just to call that class variables, right?
Hmm.
It is not going to change the value anyway. Then why I need to create an object for this particular, let's say I want to call this school. Then how can I call using the instance s dot? So for, let's say this is a constructor. I have a constructor called name, age, everything. So which name do I need to give? Thousands of students are there. Which object do I need to create? Just to access the school, whatever the object, but what is the need, right? You are getting what my intention is.
Yes, but one doubt here. But then why? What is the like? If we are not creating any object, what is the need of creating the class and all this?
So let's say I will def of init. I'm taking self, name, age, so on. There are almost 5 or 10 or values will be there. Okay. So if it is an instance method, I just want to access these variables. I mean class variables. So if I want to access these variables, first of all, I need to let's not consider a class method or a class variables. So with the help of the instance method only. So s equal to student. So how many values I need to give? 10
Uh,
values.
yes.
10 values I need to give. But which 10 values I should give? Whatever I want, right? Let's say 10,000 students are there. I can give whatever. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
And if I want to access the school, how can I access? Just to access the school, I've created an object. I gave a 10 values. Yes dot how? School. S dot school, right? Or I can call this method to school. And if it is instance, it will take that instance, right? It will take that instance and it will take those values and created instance, right? Then it will print that value. But if the object is related to the, let's say I've taken these values name as a Srikanth. But in programmatically, internally, the object is taking another values. Let's say if it is a Arya, then program will be failed or no? The object should be created for Arya, but object was created for Srikanth, right? Then what is the use of creating an object? Just to access this, you want to access this class variable. Then why I need to create an object, right? There is no need of creating object or giving the values or everything, right? So that is the reason if I want to, I don't want to give any values, but I want to call this method. With the help of, I can call this variables also, class variables also, without creating an object. I don't want to give any values like this. Then how can I create? Student dot directly show school. There is no need of giving a values, right? No need of giving a values. Got it?
Yes.
No need of giving the values. If you understood this one, this will make you sense. So no need of
Yeah.
creating an variables. No need. I don't want to give any variables. If I'm giving a variables, the program may expect a different values. Then I need to change the object again. Then in another program, let's say there is a 10,000 module files are there. So one program is using Srikanth. One program is using another one. One program is using another one. So do I need to create all the instances like that? Just to, I want to access this or I want to call this method, then instead of creating class object, giving all these values and failing in a different one, so I don't want to do that all the stuff. Then I can give one decorator called class method. Then I will give as a CLS or whatever I want. Then I can access those variables without creating an object or instance. Got it?
Yes.
So logic belongs to a whole as a class as a whole. Okay. So works with the class variables and I don't want to create an object. So this will be configured. We are configuring the methods, right? This is how. Okay. This is nothing but a class variable. Okay. It will not take self. I mean, it will take as a CLS and a method. If I want to segregate the between instance method and class method, I should use this decorator. Got it?
Yes.
These are little intermediate level. Try to understand it. Okay. I'm going into more technical way, right?
Yes, understood now.
Got it, right?
Mm.
Then static method. Static method is nothing but a it's a normal method. It's a normal utility function. Okay, utility is not I don't want to use utility. It's a normal function. Okay, it will not take any self. It will not take any CLS. It will not take anything. Just a normal function. Okay, so def class of student. Then I will take one. No need of constructor here. Therefore, something like add I will take a comma b. Print of a plus b or a plus b. Print of a plus b. Then if I am creating an object, student of, do I need to give how many values here?
Two.
Sorry, not here.
2L.
Not here. Is this the right way? You are not correcting
No,
me.
self
I
issue.
stop. Add. How many values I need to give?
One value.
Great. One value. Then what is the A?
Self.
A self. Self will be considered. Right? So if I'm creating a static method, then I should create the same way how class method was considered as a CLS, right? Then I should create something different if I want to create a static method, right? Then what I need to take? Same static method
Great.
decorator. Then these values will be considered. Okay. So I can able to call this. Then it will not be considered as a self. Getting it right?
Yes.
So why we are going
Yeah.
to yeah.
If you are not giving the decorator, then that A plus B will create error, right?
Yeah, it will create error. So how many values we were given? 3 values here we were given. So it will take only 2 values where 3 were given, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is
Okay.
the error we are going to get. But if you are adding this one, we are going to get value. So why this static method? So basically, if I want to create a normal functionality without self or without CLS, which is not related to the instance variables or which is not related to the static variable or a class variables, or I don't want to create an object, right? I can call like this, or What can I call? H dot add of something different value. I need to get it right. Right? 80. So if I don't want to create, even though if the value is taking a different parameters, I don't want to call that the instance methods or instance, or I don't want to give all the values, right? Self name or I don't want, or I can name age self dot name equal to name age age. Am I creating any object here? And do I need to give all the values? When should I give all the values? When should I give all the values? When should I give all the values? Hello?
Sorry? Could you
When we
repeat
should
it?
give all the values, name and age. If we are going to create an object only, then constructor will be executed automatically, right? If we are not creating an object, do I need to give all these values? No, right? Did I give all the values here? There? Oh, you are not there, Arya. I was asking you the questions.
I got disconnected
Okay, okay,
due to Wi-Fi.
okay. So when this constructor will be executed automatically? When
Yes,
this constructor will be
automatically.
executed automatically.
Auto
When
when we
when
create the instance.
when we create an instance or an object, right? Then
Yes.
when we have to give these values? When we are creating an
The
object,
object
right?
is
Then if you are
yes.
not creating an object, do I need to give all the values? No, right?
No, no.
So if I want to uh, uh, create a method, but it should not depend on a it will not take any methods or I mean, how can I explain? So for instance method, I need to create an object, right? To call that method.
Yes, yes.
And for a class method, I can directly call. But if I want to access, if it is related to the class variables, then I can create a class method with the help of the class decorator. Then I can create a class. I will call that with the help of the class. But I want to create a method, but I don't want to create an object. I don't want to give any values, but I want to call that method, but it's not related to the class variables.
Mhm.
Then what? How can I act? How can I call that? That is nothing but a instance method.
Mm.
Okay, I mean static method, sorry.
Static method.
So this is how I can call that. Let's say I want to create one more static method, def of pass, something like marks. I will take as marks. Okay, return marks greater than or equal to 35. Okay, so if it is not a static method, how can I need it will be considered as a it will be considered as a instance method only. Then how can I call this? I don't want to give any shit. I don't want to give any values here. Then how can I call?
Student
Student
dot
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 is pass.
is pass. So every time if you are writing the static method, we need to define the decorator every time.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
answer. Let clear your confusion. Let's say if I'm not giving, what will happen?
Marks will be created as treated as self.
Then what is the method?
Instance method.
Then what is the difference between that? Right?
Yes, understood now.
Yeah. If you are not giving that, it will be considered as a self only.
Mhm.
Then if I'm giving a 20, what I'm going to get? It will
False.
false. Right? If I'm giving 200, I will get a true. Right? I don't want to create any object. I'm not creating any object. I'm not giving any values. It is not related to any instances. Right? That is where it will be used. So class decorator will be used to get the class variables. Method, static method, which is nowhere related to self or CLS. Without decorator, it will be treated as an instance method always. Okay?
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, got it.
Then we have 4 minutes of time. Try to complete as soon as possible. Like I will take school equal to ABC school. I will create def of init self comma name age. I will take self dot name equal to name age age. I will create one instance method show name self print of self dot name. Then I can create one decorator class method def of show school of TLS. Then print of TLS dot school. Then I can create one more static method def of each pass. I will copy this. Okay, then I can call this is equal to student of Srikanth or not 28. Okay, or okay, it's not a problem. Then how can I call s dot? How can I call this? Show
S
name
dot show name.
s
S
dot
dot show name.
show name show name. So what it will print? It will print my name. And how can I call the this one
Student dot
student dot
show
show
school.
school, right?
Yes.
And student
Student
dot
is
is pass.
pass
How many variables I need to give?
one variable.